Every choice that we make has a consequence. We've known that and learned that since, oh my gosh, most of us, anyways, have learned that since childhood, since infancy. And, I live every single day with the consequence of my last brain injury, my last TBI, and how it caused vision problems and migraines, and it manifested into emotional problems and mental health stresses, and manifested in physical ways like pain and such, right? And I'm sitting here in line waiting to get my daughter from school pickup, and I find myself processing some emotions today that I thought that I had worked through all the way, but the root of my military retirement, the root cause of my pain and suffering, and the reason why I find it a blessing in disguise now, but the reason why I have head pain and I can't show up as a mom in certain ways like I would want to, because some days I have a migraines, and if you have migraines, like it hurts to move your head, it hurts to breathe, like your hair hurts and all of those things. And other days it's like, let's go 400 miles an hour and make up for it all and have fun and play and laugh and thrive, right? And the person who caused that brain injury is my ex-husband, while he was protecting the mistress that he was hiding in our closet and that whole shenanigan, right? And I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I was texting back and forth with a couple of different girlfriends of mine that I've known for many, many years now, more than 10 years. And they were just sharing some things that they were going through in their own lives. We always have stuff going on. And I wasn't telling them the anxious feeling that I was having. I wasn't sharing with them what I was going through, but I was trying to be a sounding board for them, just hold space. And, because sometimes we don't need to give advice as friends. Sometimes we just need people to hear us out. So I was just trying to do that, and it made me realize a few things. I got really angry, and I'm not one to shift into big emotions that often anymore. Like, I'm pretty much balanced. But I realized that a voice clip I got from my ex-husband yesterday, trying to tell me how to run my household with my child that I've been raising all of her life, right? Especially after our divorce, and him not exercising visitation and just all of those things, and having the audacity to tell me what he told me in that voice clip. I realized I was mad. I realized I was mad. And then I realized, because I talk myself through these things. Like, I don't go to therapy for no reason. So I talk myself through the steps of analyzing and feeling and processing and all of that. And I realized that it's a play for control. It's manipulation. It's a pattern that I predicted when he popped up randomly after years for her birthday, and how he was trying to have these veiled threats about visitation in the summer and all of these other things, and not letting her talk to me, and no, right? But all of that being said, that is a pattern that I have been working on healing and clearing. And by me being aware of it, I can behave different. I can respond differently, which I did initially, right? When my response to him, I was very calm, very level-headed, very genuine and clear in my communication. But now I get to continue to break that pattern by being aware of it and responding to it differently. And I love that for me. I love that for my daughter. I love that for the future, because the journey that I've had to go through to heal, I don't need to go backwards. I'm choosing to continue to move forward and to not engage in what I call shenanigans and games and manipulation and all of that. I have been an awesome person. I have been an awesome parent, right? And he never asks for information, but I always share pictures. He never asks for updates, but I always share updates. He never asks or inquires about our child, and he always says if she wants to talk to me, she can call. She is finally to the point now where she asked him, hey Dad, can you reach out to me after school so that we can talk, or we can play video games and this and that. And he did it like one night or two nights and then like went back to his regular not doing it. And she's noticing these things. And my other mom friends have told me over the years that this is something that kids catch on to. But you know, my heart being what it is, I'm like, I don't want that for her. I want better for her and this and that and just the whole thing. And now that she's picking up on it and she's seeing a version of him that doesn't match up to the version that she created in her mind. And I know what that is like because I had my dad who was in prison, and I had like this vision of him in my mind that was like up on a pedestal, right? And I'm saying all of this just to share that you hold so much power just by becoming aware. Become aware of triggers, of situations, of disrespect, of patterns that would normally like consume you and pull you in and suck you into lowering your frequency, lowering your mindset, lowering your responses and your reactions to meet someone on a level that you've already graduated from. I love that saying about the house, like you're sending mail to a house that I no longer live at, so it can't reach me, right? So I needed to share that and get it off my chest because I'm not angry in this moment as I'm sharing it, but for like 10 minutes today, and this happened last night, but 10 minutes today when I realized what was going on, when I stopped and paused long enough, I was like, I'm angry, I'm mad. And I felt it in my chest. I acknowledged I felt it in my chest because I'm one who would analyze feelings and not feel feelings. And if you do that, like, it's important to feel the feelings so they don't get stuck, so that you can move through them. And that's a part of breaking patterns and creating new ones and all of that. But you're freaking powerful. So talk about it if you need to talk about it. Get support for it if you need to get support for it. But don't allow it to fester within you and get you off track. Don't allow it to distract you, because wherever you are, if you're finding this message, and I have chills just feeling this, experiencing this message, like wherever you are in your life right now, when you have resistance, when you have opposition, it's right before the breakthrough. And my daughter's godfather will say, it's darkest before the dawn, right? Take that as you will. What does that mean for you? And when he told me that years and years ago, I was like, shut the F up. Like, no, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear you. This is not helpful. But it truly is darkest before the dawn. You go through these waves, and every time you come into a new hiccup or trial or whatever, you are more prepared and better equipped. So it's not this new thing where you're scrambling, trying to figure out how to get through it, because you already are aware. You already have the support systems in place. You already have the mindset in place. For me, the tools from therapy, the tools from being a healer, and all of these other things were in place so that I didn't get like sucked into that cycle of toxicity and arguing and manipulation and all of those things that I personally feel, in my experience with this person, he thrives on, right? And so now I get to stay in my own flow, and I've gotten so much stuff done today. I processed that, and now I get to pick up my little girl and spend some time with her. And that's a blessing in itself. And so why would I want to waste time worrying about someone who isn't even around, who doesn't even understand how to love other people in the way that they ask to be loved, meaning my child, when I can do it all for her right here, right now. And I can be that example for her without saying a word about any of this to her, of course. And I think that that's the beautiful part about generational healing, is that we don't always have to talk about what it is we're doing. Sometimes we just have to feel it, acknowledge it, feel it, and then let other people notice what they will and learn from that and move forward with it too, which my daughter is very observant. So I just wanted to share that. I'm sending each and every single one of you a lot of love, and I hope that you have a great day.